Hey, everybody, guess what? Another month happened. I know. It's like, how did that happen? Well, we got real estate market stuff for July now to go over with you. So stick around and we'll check it out next. Hey, everybody. Dave Edwards, Treasure Valley Dave here, again with Treasure Valley Mareen. She put together the numbers on what the market looked like for July, and she's going to tell us what she sees and what it might mean just for you. And remember, Dave, Mareen, Treasure Valley Dave's team here. You're a great real estate agent by your side when it comes time to buy a home, sell a home, or even relocate here to the Treasure Valley. And people are still doing that. Why? Well, because it's great. And the market, well, let's find out about the market. Hi, Mareen.
Hi.
Hey, so you crunched some more numbers. You dug deep into what it all means. What does it all mean?
Oh, you said you dug deep. There's those cute ducks right behind you.
Oh my gosh, they're all my little buddies. Yeah.
Hey, where are you, Dave?
I'm over here at Wilson's Pond. We're in South Nampa, and it's just another beautiful little place that Nampa has to offer. They've got little walking paths all around. You can fish here. You can just come down and enjoy the peace and quiet and check out nature. It's pretty nice, and it's free.
That's pretty cool.
And for us old people, they got bathrooms here too. Could be important.
Could be. So, but back to what happened in July. Not really a whole bunch of change. It's not really a whole bunch. We saw in Ada County that the median home price dropped. In Canyon County, it dropped just so slightly. And it is back to where we were. So for Ada County, we are back to where we were last year in July for median home price. So it was 550 last year, July 2023. And this year it's at 545. For Canyon County, actually increased 5%.
You know, I'm looking at these sheets that you have right here, and that's exactly what it says. And, if people want to get their own copy of this, just go to that URL that you see right here, and you can download your own copy. It changes every month, so you can always get exactly the numbers that we're looking at. It's the real numbers. Sorry about jumping in on there.
Yeah. So, and then if you look at those numbers, you will see that there is a many curves in there, and those curves are just telling us the seasons. Now, there's a high season, there's a low season in terms of prices. And with July closing, that is typically the peak for our market. School starts in 14 days. So if you're not in your house yet, then I don't know.
Well, and I'm looking at your numbers here, and it does look like, there is the seasonal slowdown we see during the holidays, but that seasonal slowdown, particularly for Canyon County, it starts like in October, a little bit later in Ada County for last year. I'm not sure what was going on, but so yeah, the slowdown's coming. But let me ask you this. I heard on the news that interest rates may well be coming down starting September.
I mean, we already saw, and it's like early August, we already saw a slight drop. And let's see, we're already at almost 6.5%. If that drops any further than that, this could heat up the market. Buying power comes back to the buyers. Now you qualify for more. We're talking about half a point or 0.5%. That gives you a lot more buying power.
Very true. Yeah. And it might be the difference between renting for another year and getting into your own house.
Yeah.
So speaking of help getting into a house, I see that we still have our biggest builders in the area are still offering incentives to help buyers get into their house.
Yeah, absolutely. It's still out there, and there's still a lot of people that are coming. It's not as crazy as it was, and we're, I would say, happy about it. I would expect to see a little bit increase in both or especially in existing homes. I'm expecting to see a little bit more in the next couple of months or weeks. Which gives you a good selection. We're working with a few clients right now, and we went through, hey, I want to see this house, this house. So we have a good selection for two totally different price categories and what they need. And we were talking about, hey, I have like 5 homes I wanted to see, or on one list, there were 12 favorites. 6 of them were really like, oh man, I'm really interested in those. So it's a great selection.
That's true. Just a quick story is I've been helping a family that they have a lot of dogs, so they needed a really large yard, no HOA, and we found them exactly that. And so and they not only did we find them one, we had a selection. We had 3 or 4 different ones that would have worked. So you're right, there is still a good selection out there.
Yeah, and I think it's a great benefit for the buyer.
So let me throw this out there. I'm sure everybody's seen on the news that effective right here in August, the whole entire real estate industry is changing. How do you see that affecting the market, and then how's it going to affect our buyers and our sellers?
I think it may affect actually the inventory. And initially, I wasn't sure in which direction it would go. But because of I think a lot of people misunderstanding what the changes are, I have a feeling that sellers are ready to put the house on the market. People that were waiting if they should, and then hoping that those changes, which is almost like 0 changes, it's just forms have changed, yes, but it's still going to be the same negotiations, what we are doing. And Dave has another video about that. I could imagine that sellers are willing to list now and hoping to pay less on fees, transaction fees.
Right. And of course, it's the market, and we'll see exactly how it all plays out. And it probably will take several months for it all to kind of get settled out and return to a new normal.
Yeah.
But to have more houses come on the market at this time, or in a few months anyway, it's going to be important, because I was reading a story about how 42% of the home buyers are saying they're waiting until after the election to make their move. And that's coming up pretty soon.
That's coming up pretty soon. That's very true. So it's as always a tricky year. There's always something, and I think we have those 2 major events that are coming up, and we will see how it's going to play out.
You're right. It's always something, huh? But the most important something is that when somebody has a need in their life to move, to get out of someplace or to move to someplace better, that's the overriding thing. Interest rates are what they are. The market is what it is. But if you have a need to move, maybe it's a better quality of life, or maybe it's a job thing, let us know, because we can work with you and help you figure out your plan so you can make it actually work out. If you spend your whole entire life waiting for something to happen, you'll probably be spending most entire life waiting for something to happen.
Yep, I 100% agree.
What else have you seen on this, the market numbers that our people need to really be attuned with? One thing I saw is that the number of, in both Ada and Canyon County, inventory is going up, while the sold prices, the difference between the numbers sold and the inventory is getting bigger and bigger. The spread between what's available and what's getting sold is getting bigger. So maybe that goes back to what you're talking about with more inventory to choose from.
Yeah, it's for sure inventory that's just sitting a little bit longer.
Probably is why builders are offering those incentives to get those houses moved.
Yeah. And I think the biggest part is as a seller, you got to go with the market. You got to look at your competition, what else is out there, and what do you have to offer. So having the right price, it's still one of the main things. It's having your house priced right. I still see a lot of people that are listing too high, and then this inventory is gonna sit. We are not used to see a house being on the market 30 or 60 days. And I spoke to someone yesterday and I was like, oh, but it's on the market for so long. What's wrong? No, it's not. There's nothing really wrong with the house. I don't know. It's just there's, first off, a lot of other options out there, and it was priced too high. We have very conscious buyers, and we are making sure, and I think every realtor does that, to make sure they are aware of, hey, I don't want you to overpay for a house.
And that kind of goes back to this whole new way of doing things. We are, the post Nar Settlement. And that is, if you're a seller, obviously you want to net the most amount of money. And one of the biggest things, it's not so much how much, if you, give credits to the buyer so they can pay their agent, but it's how you price it and the number of days on the market. I pulled up statistics both in Ada and Canyon County, and it showed that, if you have it priced way too high to start with, it's going to be on the market many, many tens of days. Like I saw one that was like about 300 days. And then they end up having huge price drops. I think the biggest price drop I saw was like 150,000. And so it's like, if it's on the market for so many extra months, and then you still have to drop the price to play catch up, because like you're saying, people are saying, what's wrong with the house? It's been on the market so long. And then you have to like drop the price even more to compensate for that. So you start getting the people back in that are looking for a sweet deal instead of just the regular people. So I guess I say all that to say this is that the most important thing is to get the house priced right at the beginning, so it doesn't sit on the market for so long and it gets exposed to as many people as possible. And a minor part of what equates to your net, the amount of money you put in your pocket, is any credits that you give to the buyer's side. Listen to your good real estate agent, because they will advise you on where you need to be to get it sold. If you're actually really serious about selling it, then you're going to need somebody on your side to provide you with some great advice so you can make the best decision possible to meet your goals.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree. And we see a lot of those examples. I have one in my neighborhood that had to drop 100,000, and on the very first day, of course, all neighbors are asking, "Hey, that's a lot? It's a lot for that house, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's about 100,000 too much." And they dropped several times the price. It was on the market for quite some time. Finally, when they're right at that spot, at the sweet spot, somebody snagged it.
Right. Darn. Well, I wish they would have had you as an agent, because they would have saved a lot of time and money.
I wish so.
Oh my gosh. Any last thoughts before we let you get back to work?
No, I would say if you're now considering moving, buying, just keep in mind, what is your goal? Why are you considering? Is it downsizing, upsizing, relocating? Whatever it is, the market is secondary. Are the prices, in which way are they going? Where are the interest rates? It's to make you happy is, I think, the most important part. Where in your life are you right now? Are you happy in that place? And I'm just saying that because I just got off the phone with somebody. She said, I need to get out of here.
Exactly.
And it makes her sick, and then you have to leave.
Yeah. So my advice would be, don't wait till you're sick. Make that move a little bit earlier. And
Yes,
there's so much stress, but one of the things that helps relieve the stress is information. And we got information for you. So let's talk. Let's see what we can do to help you. Exactly. Give us a call, text, email, whatever it takes. And if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe, and share it with somebody else that needs to see it. I don't say that very often, but it really does help the algorithm. Hey, Mareen, thank you so much for talking with us today. And we'll see everybody on the next video.
Jump in.
That's right. What, me?
Hey, thanks for stopping in and learning more about real estate in Nampa, Idaho and the Treasure Valley. If you'd like to learn more, watch this video here next or binge on this playlist. When it comes time to sell a home, buy a home, or even relocate to the Treasure Valley, your Treasure Valley Dave team is your real estate expert by your side, helping you get home.